December is usually quiet on college campuses across America. Final exams, cold weather, students cramming in libraries. But on December 13th, 2025, that quiet shattered at Brown University. 2 students were killed. 9 others were wounded. The gunman opened fire in a first-floor classroom during finals week. Then he vanished. Just 48 hours later, another shooting. This time, an MIT professor was murdered in his own home. Different city, different victim, same killer. His name was Claudio Manuel Neves Valente, a 48-year-old former Brown student from Portugal. And for 5 days, law enforcement hunted him across New England. This is the story of how 2 tragedies connected, and how one Reddit post helped solve the case. Saturday, December 13th. Brown University's campus in Providence, Rhode Island. Finals had started the day before. Students walked between buildings, bundled in winter coats. Some grabbed coffee. Others headed to class. It looked like any other December day. Then, around midday, gunshots echoed across campus. The location was the Barrows and Holly building, an engineering building where students were taking exams. First-floor classroom. Witnesses said the sound was unmistakable. Sharp, loud, terrifying. People froze for a split second. Then chaos erupted. Students ran in every direction. Some locked themselves in classrooms. Others hid in bathrooms, pressing against walls. Nobody knew where the shooter was. Police arrived within minutes. 2 students were dead. 9 others were injured, some critically. The entire campus went into lockdown. Armed officers swept through buildings. Ambulances lined the streets. Parents frantically called their kids, but the shooter was gone. He'd walked right out and disappeared. Campus custodians later told police something chilling. They'd seen someone matching the shooter's description in that same building. Multiple times since late November. Always wearing a surgical mask. Always between 3 p.m. and sunset. Just watching, waiting. This wasn't random. This was planned. Monday, December 15th. About 50 miles north in Brookline, Massachusetts. A quiet residential neighborhood near Boston. At 8:30 p.m., neighbors heard loud bangs. Some thought it was someone kicking a door. Others immediately recognized it as gunshots. The victim was Nuno Loureiro, 47 years old, a brilliant physicist and professor at MIT. He was the director of MIT's Plasma Science and Fusion Center, a world-renowned expert on fusion energy. He'd just won a presidential early career award from President Biden. He had a wife and 3 young children. Neighbors found him in the lobby of his apartment building, shot multiple times. He was rushed to the hospital but died early Tuesday morning. At first, authorities saw no connection to Brown. 2 separate incidents, 2 different cities. The FBI said publicly there was nothing linking them, but investigators kept digging. And then patterns started emerging. Both victims were in academia. Both shootings happened within 48 hours. And there was something else. Loureiro was also from Portugal. He'd studied at Instituto Superior Técnico in Lisbon, same university. Investigators would later discover where Claudio Valente had also studied, same time frame. The connection was becoming clear. For days, investigators had almost nothing. No clear suspect. No obvious motive. Then came the breakthrough. It started with a Reddit post. A man who identified himself only as John had an encounter at Brown. He met someone in a bathroom near the shooting location. The man seemed off, suspicious. John posted on Reddit, suggesting police look into a gray Nissan rental car. That tip, according to Rhode Island Attorney General Peter Naronha, blew this case right open. Investigators tracked down the rental car company. Security footage showed a man renting a vehicle on November 17th. The clothing matched, the distinctive walk matched. It was Claudio Valente. They traced his movements. The rental car was spotted near Brown University repeatedly between December 1st and 12th. The day before the shooting, he was there. After the Brown attack, he drove back to Massachusetts. He put an unregistered Maine license plate on the car. Then, Monday night, surveillance cameras captured him near Professor Loureiro's apartment, within a half-mile at first, then entering the building where Loureiro lived. About an hour later, the same cameras caught him leaving. He drove straight to a storage unit in Salem, New Hampshire. Same clothes he was wearing during the murder. On December 18th, a judge issued an arrest warrant. 2 counts of murder for Brown. 23 felony counts of assault and firearms offenses. Federal authorities tracked him to that storage unit in Salem. They obtained a search warrant. When they entered, they found him dead. Self-inflicted gunshot wound. 2 firearms were next to his body. Claudio Manuel Neves Valente was 48 years old. Born in Torres Novas, Portugal. He arrived in the United States in August 2000 as a student, enrolled in a doctoral program at Brown University, physics department. He attended classes in the very building where he'd later opened fire, but he withdrew from the program, never finished his degree. He obtained a green card in 2017 through the diversity visa lottery. His last known residence was Miami, Florida. He had no criminal record in the United States. The FBI confirmed he attended university in Lisbon at the same time as Professor Loureiro. Same institution, same period. Whether they knew each other personally remains unclear. But the connection was there. Investigators found evidence of his obsession. His car was observed around Brown dozens of times in the weeks before the attack. Custodians saw him lurking in the building. He'd been planning this, studying the layout, timing his movements. But the biggest question remains unanswered. Why? Why Brown? Why these students? Why Professor Loureiro? Attorney General Naranja said it plainly. Why Brown? I think that is a mystery. The investigation is officially closed. But the question that haunts everyone remains. Could anyone have seen this coming? And how do we stop it from happening again?